we've seen the photos and, you hear about this, and it's hard to comprehend that these kids were abandoned since basically spring of 2020. So what happened today? Oakland County Prosecutor Kelli McDonald charging 34-year-old Kelli Bryant, that's the mother, with three counts of first-degree child abuse. That is the most severe that felony can be. So she is facing up to life in prison. And, the investigation is still ongoing because there's so many questions that have still been going, through everyone's minds, right? The number one being why they're still trying to figure that out with their investigation. But, these kids, they are currently under the custody of the Department of Health and Human Services, living with a relative. They are recovering. But when you hear just some of these terrible things these kids went through, no toilet paper, a bathroom that didn't work, too scared to go outside. The only time the little boy went outside was, one, to get the mail, and two, to touch the grass. It's just a terrible, terrible thing. Take a listen to what Prosecutor McDonald had to say.
This is the worst I've ever seen. And I've stopped saying that because every time I say that, I see something worse. It was unbelievable what they were living with for years. These kids, not to have even basic hygiene tools. And I guess what stands out the most for me is no love. There was nobody there to care for them for between 3 and 4 years. No parent, nobody physically present to let them know that they were safe and they were loved.
And you hear that. Nobody physically present. So you might be wondering, how does that even happen? Well, just from hearing from Sheriff Bouchard and Prosecutor McDonald, the boy had access to a phone. He would text his mom when their food supply was running low, and occasionally she would order things off Instacart or DoorDash. For example, we've heard near the end, before they found these kids, they were getting a loaf of bread sent to them to be spent over, 3 or 4 days to survive. So, just really, really bad conditions. So there's a lot still unfolding in this case. Bryant expected to be arraigned tomorrow morning. Of course, we'll cover that. For now, reporting live in Pontiac, Scott Walchek, Fox 2 News.
And Scott, you just said that the child, the oldest son, had a phone that he would text his mother. Do we know why he didn't call for help or didn't even go to a neighbor and say what they were living in? I mean, did she possibly threaten them if they did say something? Because a lot of people are probably wondering that right now. And where do they go from here?
Yeah, police have said that these kids were living in fear, right? So the mom, it's unknown exactly the exact quote she said or what the threat was, but they were terrified to go outside, right? And even when the police came to the home, they were hiding. The two little girls were in a bathroom. The little boy was hiding somewhere else. So it's just a really sad and messed up case. They're still investigating, right? Because we know that the mom is being charged. They're still investigating family, other types of contacts to see if there could be more charges coming down.
All right. Thanks for that update. It's still just a heartbreaking story. Scott, thank you.